that... Oh my God! Oh my God!
That!
It appears that the elevator has stopped.
No, Elaine, really? How perceptive you are!
Oh my God, we're stuck! We're stuck! We're stuck!
Jeremiah, it's going to be just fine. It happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes? Well, has it ever happened to you? Has it?
Well, no. But it happens sometimes and it always gets fixed.
Within these walls, entangled we sit.
Stand.
Sorry?
Stand, Richard. We aren't sitting, we are standing.
Oh, of course you're right. Within these walls, entangled we stand. 6 victims of...
5, Richard.
5 victims of chance.
Oh God! Please don't talk about the walls. They're closing in on us. Can you feel them closing in?
Please, if we could all just remain calm. Surely someone has to realize that the elevator is stopped. They'll send a repairman to fix it.
Or a repair woman.
A repair person? It won't take long. But we need to remain calm.
A stranger's voice within these walls speaks to us as if a... What's my walls?
You can't, Richard.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Are we getting any air? Oh God, we're not getting any air. Dr. Walters, Dr. Walters, help! I need a Xanax.
Jeremiah, look at me. We're getting plenty of air. We can breathe. Now, this is someplace nice. Someplace big and open.
Big and open, like a field?
Yes, Jeremiah, like a field.
Okay, I'm in a big, open field, and there's lots of flowers, big gusts of wind, and the clouds are low in the sky. Lower. Yeah, I can breathe. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you so much. I can breathe. Hallelujah, I can breathe. Oh, I could still use a Xanax, though.
Good idea.
Hey, can I have one of those, Renee?
What do you say?
Please, Renee, would you be so kind as to lend me a dose of one of your psychotropic drugs?
No.
You're such a bitch, Renee.
Thank you, Richard. I tried.
Here, Richard, you can have one of mine.
You have Xanax?
No Valium.
Valium? How come Dr. Walters gives you Valium and us Xanax?
I don't know. Why is that bad?
Well, Valium is just a lot better. With Xanax, you calm down, but you don't feel it the way you do with Valium. They don't prescribe it as often because it's addictive.
What she's trying to say is that Valium is much more fun.
Exactly.
Oh, well, in that case, would you all like one of mine?
I thought you'd never ask. Here, we can take them with this.
Wait, you carry wine with you in your briefcase?
Oh, sure. And canned goods, a can opener, a map of the Colorado Mountains, oh, and condoms. You know, just in case for protection. And a Bible.
A toast. It's Valentine's Day, and here we are, all gathered together in a small space. So close to each other, yet so ironically alone within ourselves.
Was there a point to this, Richard?
I'm almost done. Now, where was I? Oh, a toast. To the lonelies.
To the lonelies.
Is it safe to take Valium with wine?
Probably not, but what the hell?
Okay, this may be a silly question to ask, but why is it you carry all those things with you in your briefcase?
He's paranoid.
Paranoid?
Paranoid.
I take it you all know each other.
How did you guess? This is Jeremiah, the paranoid one. He thinks the world is going to end anytime.
I know the world.
Right. He knows the world is going to end anytime now, so he carries this briefcase full of stuff around with him everywhere he goes, just in case. And this is Richard.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Richard is a manic depressive who also suffers of diarrhea at the mouth.
And this is Renee, a truly embittered soul who takes it out on anyone who has the misfortune to be in her vicinity.
This is a difficult situation for all of us. Can we just try and be nice to each other?
And this is Elaine, mother peacekeeper / placater. She doesn't actually have any problems of her own, so she likes to hang around with others who do so that she can fix them.
Do I know you? You look familiar.
I don't know. You look kind of familiar, too.
Well, where do you hang out?
I don't. The only time I ever leave the house is to go grocery shopping or to group.
Well, maybe at the grocery store then.
I don't know, maybe.
I try to avoid grocery stores. Did you hear what they made those scanners at the checkout line for?
Let me think. To check out your groceries?
Aha! See, that's what they want you to think. But in reality, they are devices that will enable Satan to separate his followers from Christians after the second coming. I'm serious. I saw it in a film at church camp. After the second coming, the government will be led by Satan worshipers. And the only way to get food will be to have the 666 mark on your neck. And since everyone will need groceries, some people will try to put fake marks on their necks. But the scanners at the checkout line will let them know which ones are real and which ones are fake.
And what happens if they find out you have a fake mark?
They cut your head off.
Oh my God! You actually saw this in a film at church camp.
Jeremiah, no one is going to cut your head off for trying to buy groceries.
Well, maybe not yet. But we still need to be prepared for when it starts happening.
Jeremiah, the way I remember it, Revelation said that during the second coming, all the believers would be taken to heaven. Now, wouldn't that mean you'd be gone by the time people are having their heads cut off?
Ideally, yes. But what if I get left behind or forgotten or something? What then?
This may seem like a silly question, but how exactly do you get food?
The delivery boy brings them to me every Tuesday. I haven't actually had to go into a grocery store for 2 years. Well, except for this one time when I was moving and I needed boxes. They don't make you pay for those, so I was able to avoid the scanners. The produce department gave them to me for free, which is a good thing, because most of the boxes they gave me were defective.
You're losing me, Jeremiah.
They gave you defective boxes?
Well, not exactly defective, but I couldn't use them. Who has that much freezer space?
I am not following you here.
Haven't you guys ever noticed? Those boxes from the grocery store usually have to be refrigerated. It says so right there on the box.
Oh my God!
Get me out of here!
Jeremiah, those boxes don't really have to be refrigerated. They say that because the original contents needed to be refrigerated.
Oh, are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Well, no wonder the moving van guy didn't understand why I needed a refrigerated truck. How silly of me.
That has got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
And that has got to be one of the rudest things I've ever heard anyone say.
And I suppose you've never had a rude thought in your little
Not till I met you, darling.
Nice to meet
And you guys actually hang out together? I mean, you don't seem to enjoy each other's company all that much.
We're on our way to group. You know, group therapy. And don't mind Renee. She's really a pussycat at heart. Or was that a tiger?
Oh, Richard, you are so witty.
Great. Oh, this is just perfect. Well, first I practically get fired. And now I'm stuck listening to elevator music on an elevator with mentally ill people. Oh, gee, what fun.
Mentally ill would really not be the right term. We're no different from anyone else. We just have problems and we're trying to fix them. That's really the only difference.
Yeah, right.
So I suppose you're the picture of mental health.
Well, I didn't think so before. But now I'm beginning to wonder.
You don't have to be mentally ill to join group therapy. I mean, all it is trying to find ways to cope with life.
Or death.
So, what's your story? Why are you on the elevator? Do you even have a name? Or are you too frightened to share that information with 4 mentally ill people?
Oh, Mark Hall. Look, I'm sorry. I really am sorry if I offended any of you. Well, today's just been a really, really bad day. Oh, and this is the perfect way to end it.
It's okay. No offense taken.
So, what is it that's made this day so tragic? You get fired?
Well, no. Well, not exactly. But yes. Well, my boss basically gave me 2 weeks to prove to him that I shouldn't be fired. And I don't see that happening, considering I'm not a full-bosomed female able to get back in his good graces in other ways. So, yeah, I guess I'm unemployed. Well, that's why I'm on the elevator. There's a publisher on the 3rd floor. I thought maybe I could come up with an idea for a novel or something. But I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. It's not as though I've come up with anything good in the last 2 years.
Your boss sounds like a real gem.
So what exactly is it that you do, Mark?
I write greeting cards.
You've got to be kidding!
Oh my God! I've always thought that I could write greeting cards because, I've really got a knack for poetry.
Well, so did I, once. But apparently not anymore.
You write greeting cards. You mean that's actually a full-time job? That has got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I see what you mean about her.
So that's where I know you from. You work for my husband.
You're Mr. Bowen's wife? Oh my God, that's right. I've seen you at the Christmas parties. Oh, shoot! I said what I said. I mean, I'm not sure about those other women. That's just a rumor at the office. I'm sure it's not true. God, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I know my husband all too well. What you've said is probably quite true.
Wait a minute, Elaine. That is not the way you presented your husband in group at all.
Hey, you people in the elevator. God, is that you? God is getting the elevator fixed. It's only a little while. Please just take off.
What did he mean by a little while?
I hope he meant just a little while.
God, Jeremiah? You actually thought that was God? What, does he talk to you or something?
Well, not normally, but it could happen.
Oh, and I bet you think God is just sitting around up there watching our little predicament while there are children starving in some 3rd world country and there are wars going on everywhere.
God is omnipotent, you know. He's He's everywhere. I think of God as being like the ultimate split personality.
And I bet you think that heaven is some fluffy little place up in the clouds somewhere.
And what's wrong with that? That is what heaven is.
Beautiful, Jeremiah.
That is sickening, Jeremiah.
That is a bit optimistic, don't you think?
What are you guys looking at?
There. Jeremiah's vision of heaven.
Can't you see it?
Well, no. Hand me one of those Valiums.
tired of everyone assuming that God is a man, or white for that matter. Do you realize how ethnocentric that is? First of all, God is a woman. And there are no male angels.
What? There are no men in heaven?
No, Richard, all of the men are in hell.
Who did this to you? You never plan on having another relationship?
You don't have to have a man to have a relationship, Richard.
Oh, heavens! You're a lesbian! Why didn't you ever tell us before that you were gay?
I'm not. Exactly. But I definitely am feeling this value.
I was gonna say,
Well, are you gay or not? You just can't be in between.
Of course you can. Look, I'm not going to discuss this with you guys, so let's just drop it.
Oh, come on, Renee. This may be exactly what you need. Just pretend like we're in group. We really do care about how you're feeling, Renee. Don't we, guys?
yeah, we really do.
Sure, yeah.
Look, I'm sorry I ever said anything. Forget I ever said a thing.
Well, excuse us.
Hey! You people in the elevator. Yeah, you. I'm getting pretty freaking sick and tired of people always trying to do that. And that was pathetic. Excuse me. If you're gonna do it, at least do it right. Chase, wait.
Did anyone else just see that?
Yeah.
This is all very interesting. I wish I had something to write on.
Here.
You're pretty handy to be stuck in an elevator with.
Why, thank you, Mark.
Well, let's get back to that God thing. Whose turn was it?
Great. Mark Twain is going to record our thoughts. Lovely.
Actually, I always thought of myself more as a Woody Allen.
Well, then you are a neurotic. I mean, don't you know that you can't like Woody Allen and not be neurotic?
Have you ever thought of yourself as being neurotic, Mark?
That depends. What do you have to be like to be, neurotic?
Like Jeremiah.
Oh, come on. Everybody's a little neurotic. Haven't you ever had a fear that's really illogical? Like, have you ever not gone outside at night because you're afraid a crazy person would attack you?
No. No, my fears are always logical. They're also well thought out. If I have a fear, I logically decide whether the fear is warranted or not. If it is, I avoid the situation. Well, like marriage, for instance. I avoid marriage.
How is avoiding marriage logical?
Well, okay. Let's say I did get married. Everything was wonderful. Let's say we were pregnant. Everything is wonderful, and we're living this blissful life. And then a brown recluse spider comes along and bites her. She dies. The baby dies. I don't die, but I wish I could. Because now that I've loved, I've lost everything. You can't lose what you don't have.
Yep. You're neurotic.
What do you mean? How is that neurotic? Mark, that was one of the most illogical fears I've ever heard of. And even if it were logical, you should still get married and just have your house exterminated alive.
But you don't get my point. Even if it wasn't the brown recluse spider, it could be anything. right.
I'm thinking maybe you should go to group with us.
Definitely.
You guys really think I'm neurotic?
Only in the best sense of the word.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you.
You don't?
No, that made perfect sense.
Wait a minute. The only one here who thinks I'm normal is Jeremiah. Oh, God, I am. Wait. You guys said that everyone's a little neurotic. That would just make me normal, right?
Yeah, normally dysfunctional.
You can't use normal and dysfunctional in the same sentence. They contradict each other.
No, they don't. The social norm is to be dysfunctional.
Well, so then, is everyone here married?
Elaine is.
Happily? I mean, are you glad you got married? Well, I guess I'm not considering you're Mr. Bowen's wife.
Well, I have a really nice house and a wonderful son. And,
Jesus, Elaine, this tastes like crap.
I'm sorry. Can I make you something different?
What's the point? You'll still be the one cooking it. Just give me a drink.
Are you sure you need another drink? I mean...
If I want your advice, I'll tell you to talk. Did I tell you to talk?
I'm sorry, James. Stop! I don't want to talk about it.
No, I want to see what happens. Now, this really doesn't sound like the guy you talk about in group, Elaine.
No, not at all. What gives?
Well, we fight sometimes. All couples do. It's really no big deal. I just don't want to bore you with my life, so let's talk about something else.
Finish it, Elaine.
I really don't want to, okay?
Come on, Elaine. You tell me yours and I'll tell you mine. Deal?
Well, you go first.
Oh. Okay. But first, give me that wine. Okay, I'm straight. I'm pretty sure about that. It's not that I don't find men attractive. I do. But I could be attracted to women, I think. I just don't seem to be able to love a woman. Which is exactly why I want to become gay. You see, I'm not really a very strong person. I mean, I am, until I fall in love. And then, bam, I'm like a lovesick puppy dog that's clueless until my master comes home. It's sickening. And the guy always says something like, whatever happened to that feisty, independent woman I fell in love with? And then he leaves.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
It's just that I'm not emotionally stable or strong enough to handle love. With men, I fall hard. Much too hard. With women, I wouldn't because I'm not gay. Which is exactly why I want to become gay.
Renee, I'm shocked.
Oh, don't start with me, Richard.
No, really. I mean, I know what you're going through. I really do.
How could you possibly know what I'm going through?
Because Jeremiah, do you have any more wine?
No.
But I have whiskey!
Jesus Christ. You're like Mary Poppins.
Okay. Since we're all being so open here, I know what you're going through because, well, I face a similar dilemma.
Oh my God! You're gay! I knew it!
Actually, I'm not anything. I just don't have sex. Well, I mean, I'm not attracted to women. I never have been. But in high school, I had to go through the motions because, well, I couldn't let my parents know. It would have crushed them. They were raised very Baptist, and well, so was I. Well, after I left home, I thought I could live the way I really feel.
I am too sexy for my love.
You know, with men... I can't shake it. Even though I logically accept I was born feeling this way, my fear of God punishing me simply outweighs my desire to have sex. So, well, I abstain.
Wow.
Don't you even masturbate?
You said masturbate!
Isn't it ironic? Renee is straight and wants to be gay, and Richard is gay and wants to be straight.
But there's one thing. There's one thing I don't understand about you, Renee. Haven't you ever thought that maybe you're mocking the whole concept of what it is to be homosexual? I mean, it's not something you can choose to be or not to be.
Good point, Richard.
No. I don't think I'm mocking homosexuality. Sexuality should not be ordained by society, God, or genes, or anything else.
Right on, Renee. I'm with you.
My sexual choices are just that. They are what I want them to be. In fact, I don't think we were ever meant to be one way or the other. Sexuality should not be limited by gender or even by race.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that I should be able to choose to like women?
Of course not. Look, I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Besides, the thing we need to look at here is Elaine. Okay, I told mine. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, Elaine.
Well, like I said, sometimes we fight, and sometimes he gets really mad when I do stupid things. I'm sorry, James.
I'm sorry, James. Pitiful.
Oh, God, James, I'm sorry.
You think this is pretty funny, don't you? I think you need a lesson in cleaning up. Lick it up, Elaine. Lick it up, Elaine.
Stop! I don't want to talk about it.
Let me guess. That time you came to group with a cut on your cheek, that wasn't from accidentally cutting yourself while you were cooking, was it?
How could anyone do that to you? You're so sweet and beautiful.
Well, why don't you just leave?
What a stupid question, Richard. Why should she leave? The question is, why does James have to be such an asshole? Was he socialized to be such a man that he has to control everything? Or was he just born that way?
I did try to leave once. At first I didn't leave because I loved him. And I thought that if I could be a better wife, then he could be a better husband. But I can't be a better wife. I've tried, I really have tried. I tried to think of what he's going to ask for next so that I'll already have it. But they always seem to mess things up. So when I knew I couldn't make the situation any better, I tried to leave.
What are you doing? I said, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm leaving. I know you're going to hit me now, but it won't be the last time. I just can't raise our son in this kind of environment, James. I just can't take it anymore.
Please, Elaine. I know I get harsh sometimes. I'm sorry. I know I need help. I could go to counseling. Well, you have to give me another chance, honey. Well, I can't make it without you.
James, please stop. Just let me go, please.
No, I won't let you go. Didn't you hear me? I said I would go to counseling. I know I said that before, but this time I really will. But please, Elaine.
I've heard about this on Oprah. The kind of relationship that we have. This kind of abuse. It's not going to stop. Even though you're sorry every time, James, do you really think that all the flowers and the days after change anything? They don't. I wish that they could, but they can't. Because I know it will happen again.
Well then, so that's that? Well, do you have any idea what this will look like at the office? This is stupid, Elaine. You can't do this to me. Well, I won't let you do this to me.
This won't affect your professional standing, James, if that's all you're worried about. You can tell everyone that I'm a horrible, cheating slut if you want. I don't care anymore. I just got to leave.
Fine, then go. But you aren't taking this. You see, Elaine, this suitcase is mine. And so are all the clothes in it. The clothes on your back are mine too, aren't they, Elaine? Well, you don't actually have anything that belongs to you, do you? And you definitely won't be needing Josh's bag.
No! No, please, James. I have to have Josh with me. You don't even like spending time with Josh. Why would you want to keep Josh?
God, you are so stupid! Josh is my son. My son will stay with me. And if you think there's any judge in the country that won't see it that way, well, you're crazier than I thought you were. Let's see. How difficult would it be to convince a judge that you're an unfit mother? Well, I wonder how many times a woman has to be in therapy or on pills before she's deemed a nutcase. How many times do you think, Elaine?
The problem is, he's right. I can't take the chance of leaving because he'd get our son Josh, and I couldn't bear that. He'd use him against me. And so I have to stay. If only to protect Josh.
Elaine, what if your husband, what if Mr. Bowen,
James.
what if James was put on a more even playing field?
What do you mean?
Well, what if James wasn't so sure he'd seem like a fit parent in court himself? Would he still insist on swinging for custody?
I don't understand.
James seems like a man whose professional impression means a lot to him. Am I right?
Oh, yes, his personal and professional standing means everything to him.
Well, what if he was in as much danger of looking bad in court as you were? Would that influence his decision to fight for custody?
I still don't understand.
Just answer the question.
Well, I suppose so. But if you're talking about the abuse, he knows that I can't prove anything because no one's known until now. I've never reported him to the police, and I haven't had any friends since we were married. Everyone I tried to talk to, he hated, and he made me stop talking to them.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Well, what are you thinking?
Are we all in agreement that the situation is unfair?
Definitely.
Of course.
Well, we can help, Elaine.
How?
Okay, this is sketchy, but hear me out. James holds over your head the emotional problems you've had, right?
Which is ironic considering he is the cause of most of them.
Right.
Well, what if our man James had a few emotional problems himself? What if we could convince him he's going crazy?
What?
How do you convince somebody they're going crazy?
Well, does James have any problems? It sounds like he might drink too much. Am I right?
Yeah, Scotch. He likes Scotch.
Okay, we can use that. Anything else?
Well, he has to be in control of the situation. It drives him crazy when he's not in control.
I don't know where you're going with this, Mark. I think it's a good idea, but not in real life. I think that maybe you should put this in your novel or something, but you just can't pull something like this off in real life.
Well, why not?
Because people just don't do this kind of stuff.
Which is exactly why this will work. Well, who would do something like this? Nobody would expect someone to do something like this. But life is crazy. I mean, life really is crazy. Look what we've been talking about, for God's sake.
Goodness, for goodness sake.
We could pull this off. Well, the fact that it's not a conventional way of doing this, it works in our favor. Don't you see?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should hear him out.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, first we need to make him think that he's losing things and forgetting. Maybe we can make him think that he's losing time.
What do you mean?
Well, we could make it seem as there's time that he just can't account for.
How on earth do you manipulate somebody's life like that? That would be impossible.
Well, not if we do it right. What do we have to work with? What job do you guys do?
I'm a waiter at Chanel's.
Where's that?
Isn't that the new Italian place down across from the bar?
Yeah.
James went there last week. He said it was really good.
Do you think you could get him there again?
Oh, I think so.
Okay. Richard, and you?
I'm sort of in between jobs right now.
Graphic artist.
I don't work anymore. He made me quit a long time ago.
Well, what did you do?
Well, my degree's in English literature.
Okay. This is going to be complicated. But if we pool the resources, I think we can do it. I think we should all take a day or two and brainstorm for ideas. Elaine, you can get some ideas from some old writings. Surely there are stories of insanity in history.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty.
Well, you could look at those and get some ideas. Jeremiah, I think we can use the fact that you work at Chanel's, too.
How?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe we can meet sometime this week and put it together. When could we meet?
I can't. The only time I ever leave the house is to go grocery shopping or to prove. Wait, Jason's going to be out of town on Thursday. Can we do it Thursday?
That Thursday's fine with me.
I have no life, so any night is fine.
I work until about 9, but I can meet you guys across the street from Chanel's at O'Grady's pub.
Okay, 9 o'clock Thursday at O'Grady's?
I can't. Not only is this bizarre, but I've been pulling all of you into it, and I don't want anyone to get into trouble.
Elaine, I am not concerned about us if something goes wrong. You're the one at risk here. Have you thought of that? If something goes wrong, Elaine can be in some real danger.
Well, we'll just have to plan it so well that even if it doesn't work with James, Elaine won't be suspected.
And you think that we can do that?
Okay, if we're not sure of the plan we come up with, we won't do it. But Elaine is still going to be in danger just staying married to James.
That's true.
What about the spiritual ramifications? I mean, this is kind of like sinning, you know. We could get into really, really, really big trouble here.
Jeremiah, I have a hard time believing that God is going to damn us all for trying to help Elaine and her son.
But the Bible does say that women are to submit to their husbands.
He's right, you know.
Well, the Bible also says that men are supposed to support their wives. And I don't think that's what James is doing to Elaine.
Let's look at this from a social perspective, okay? First of all, the Bible was written by men in a time where women were nothing but property. Then all the different versions have been translated by men with the same view. I don't think God ever intended on having his or her word used as a tool by men to abuse their wives. It's just a convenient cover for the ongoing and pervasive sexisms in the different cultures.
I could not have said it better myself.
You've got a point.
But, Jeremiah, if this is a problem for you, we will understand if you can't be involved.
I truly believe that God is a good and loving God, and that Elaine is a good and loving person. Maybe that's why he stopped this elevator when he did. Maybe this is all some kind of grand scheme from above.
I just want you all to know that this is the sweetest thing that anyone has ever done for me. And even if it doesn't work, I'll never forget you for this.
Elaine, for you I would do anything. And I trust you do the same for me, right?
Okay, guys, this is getting a little syrupy. Let's get back to our current predicament, shall we?
It has been a long time for this elevator to be stuck.
It's been a long time to listen to this elevator music.
I don't know, it kind of grows on you. Every time
You are near, just like me. They long to be close to you.
Oh, come on, Renee, sing with us.
You guys are sick.
Oh, come on, Renee. You know you love this song.
Come on, Renee.
Every
Time you are near, just like me. They long to be close to you.
Okay then, Thursday?
Thursday.
No! You
here together.
Making sure.
Hey, you know, the lady in red over there?
Oh, yeah.
She's really something, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
She's a real sweetheart, too. I think you should go talk to her.
Really?
Really.
Well, I might just do that then.
Renee's gonna obliterate that man.
Renee, you have a growing fan club over there.
Lucky me. Well, hello, ladies.
Hello.
How we doing tonight?
Just fine. How are you?
And you? How are you doing, sweetheart?
Go to hell.
Okay.
Renee. Maybe you should have been a little nicer to him. He was just asking how we were doing.
That's not what he was asking at all, Elaine. He was asking if I wanted to flirt for an hour, followed by a meaningless roll in the hay, which would end with him asking for my phone number and promising to call, which he wouldn't. So when I found out I was pregnant and had STDs, I'd have to hunt him down and kill him.
Oh.
I actually just saved the guy a lot of time and energy, possibly even his life.
No wonder the men you fall in love with are surprised. Maybe the men that you attract by being such a harsh woman don't feel like a nice girl.
I am not a nice girl, Elaine.
Yes, you are. But they have an abrasive front.
I don't want to have any...
I couldn't help but notice you lovely ladies sitting here.
Piss off! I don't want to be nice, Elaine. These men aren't nice. They're manipulating us to believe that they're nice.
You're stereotyping every man into the same mold, and that's not fair. There may be some man out there really taken with this beauty and have to muster up every ounce of courage just to come and talk to you.
And so I'm supposed to sleep with them just for that.
Who said anything about having sex, Renee? All I'm saying is that you could be a little nicer, okay? Just right.
Hello there.
Hello. Bite me. That better?
So what are you going to do when this is all over with?
When what's all over with?
Well, your revenge plot against your boss?
That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for Elaine.
Oh, come on. You mean to tell me that you haven't thought about getting revenge on Mr. Bowen, or that maybe, perhaps, you'll get your job back if this works?
Well, okay. Maybe this will work out good for me in some ways. But that's more of an added bonus. The goal here is to free Elaine and her son from this man's power trip. Which will, of course, free a lot of people from Mr. Bowen's power trip, myself included. But as far as getting my old job back goes, I don't even think that's what I want anymore.
What, you're not going to go back to being the greeting card guy if this thing works?
I don't know. Look, I've kind of been thinking about writing a book. I've always wanted to. I just never had that motivation.
And you do now?
Well, yeah. Meeting you guys on the elevator seems to have changed me somehow. Well, okay, maybe not changed me, but changed my outlook. And Elaine.
And Elaine what?
Never mind.
Oh, come on, Elaine what?
Well, I think I'm sort of, I don't know. I've been having dreams about her, and I just can't stop thinking about her.
Oh my God, you're in love with Elaine! You're in love with Elaine?
I never said I was in love. Okay, I have feelings for her, and I'd like to get to know her better. She's just so I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, she's sweet, she's smart, she's beautiful. And if she gets the divorce, she'll be so loaded.
What? I hadn't thought about that one. In that case, I am in love with her.
What?
That was a joke.
Well, okay. What about the brown recluse spiders and the cancer and all that stuff?
I know. That's what one of the dreams with Elaine was about. It was so bizarre. It was like my same old fears of love and marriage. But in this dream, I came into the kitchen just in time to squash the brown recluse spider. She was smiling at me. We started to kiss. I remembered I wanted to make love to her. But I heard this plane coming overhead. I knew it was going to crash down on top of us. but I didn't care. I just wanted to make love to her.
Well, I guess if you're gonna die, it might as well be during orgasm.
See, that's the thing. We didn't die. The plane just flew over. We just made love right there on the kitchen floor.
Okay, all right. Please, can we stop talking about making love? It's making me dizzy.
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you don't have sex.
Well, I wish I could.
You do wish you could have sex?
What do you think?
Well, we didn't want to interrupt anything. It looked like the two of you were having some visitors.
Oh, Renee, we were just talking.
Hi, guys. I made sure I wasn't followed.
I don't think we need to worry about that quite yet, Jeremiah.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's get down to business, shall we? Did anyone come up with anything?
Well, I did. I was thinking that maybe if we could get a hold of one of his credit cards.
How would we do that?
Okay, if Elaine can get a hold of one of his credit cards.
That would work well with what I thought of.
So you have thought of something.
Well, yes, Renee. How would you feel about being the other woman?
You want me to have sex with James?
No, you don't actually have to have sex with him. But we'll make him think that he has, but just doesn't remember it.
What?
Me?
I don't see how that would be possible. How could somebody not remember having sex?
If he had sex with me, he'd remember.
God, Renee.
Hold on. Let's work with that credit card.
Just without that, make new plans, and you don't need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. Oh, yeah, hop on the bus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, leave, and get yourself free. Slip out the back, yeah, make new plans, and you don't need to be
Hi, Mark.
So, tonight's the night?
Yes, he said he'd take me to Chanel tonight if I was a good girl all week. My hands are practically raw from scrubbing the floors and cleaning the house. But I've been doing little things to confuse him. I've been hiding things, and I switched up his tie, and I've even replaced his scotch with vodka a few times.
And did you take care of the clocks?
Yes, and I got the watch. I'll leave it with Renee after the restaurant. Did you get the car keys?
Yeah, I got them.
Are you sure you'll be able to change the car clocks after we've gone into the restaurant?
Yeah, I'll wait till you guys are inside.
Oh, God, I'm so nervous. What if this doesn't work? This is insane, Mark.
Elaine, remember, that's exactly why this will work. I want you to take some deep breaths and try to stay focused on why we're doing this, okay?
I'm trying, but I just feel so evil. I mean, I love this man. How can I do something so mean to him?
Elaine, you're a good person. You've tried everything else there is to try, right?
Right.
James determined what the rules were a long time ago. You're playing on his field now. It's called fighting fire with fire. That's what you're doing. Now, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay.
Better?
Yes. So
be in the front of the restaurant watching you guys. I gave him my cellular phone. He'll dial the number and ask for James. As soon as James is out of eyeshot, I want you to get up and pass Richard as you're leaving. Remember, the timing will have to be tight. You'll need to make sure you're outside the restaurant by the time James answers the phone. That way, when you talk, it won't sound like you're still inside the restaurant.
Okay. What color is your car again?
It's blue. And I'll be right out front, just like we practiced. Okay?
Okay. So how did it go today?
Oh, perfect. I think he's definitely concerned. Or at least baffled. His coat was in his office. So when I turned on his stereo, I dropped a book of matches from O'Grady's into his pocket. Hopefully he'll find them before he goes to the bar. And if all goes as planned, he'll put 2 and 2 together and then go there to find out if he got them when he was supposedly out last night. I gotta go. I'll see you in a couple of hours. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Good luck to you too.
I've got you under my skin. I've got
So I'm probably gonna have to be out of town again for a few days next week.
Okay.
Have you seen my watch? I always leave it on the nightstand.
No, I haven't. Did you leave it in the bathroom?
No, I said I always leave it on the nightstand.
Well, did you take it out of the office?
Well, of course not. Why would I do that?
Well, did you put it on when you went out last night?
Went out last night? What are you talking about?
Well, I woke up and you were gone. So I figured you couldn't sleep with it out.
I wasn't there? You're crazy. I didn't go anywhere last night.
I'm sorry, James, but I woke up and you were gone. I checked the bathroom and I looked downstairs and I even looked in the garage and the car was gone.
Oh my God, are you serious? Well, well, I wonder if I've started sleepwalking or something. I've never heard of anyone sleep driving, though. Still, this whole week, even just this day, has been very strange.
Why?
Can I get you something more to drink, sir?
I need another scotch. And this time, make it a double.
And for you, ma'am?
Thank you, I'm fine. So, why is this day been so strange?
Well, the darndest things have been happening. Like, first this morning, a temporary secretary shows up at my office saying that I had asked for her to come.
Well, had you?
Of course not. Why would I call for a temp? My secretary was there.
Well, maybe it was just a screw-up.
But she insisted that we knew each other from the night before, and that I had told her to come to my office this morning.
That is strange. Maybe she just had you confused with someone else.
But now that you've said that I was gone last night, and today, I found this book of matches in my pocket from this place called O'Grady's. Oh, I've never even heard of O'Grady's.
Isn't that the bar across the street from here?
Oh,
I think it is. Maybe you did go out last night and you just don't remember. You know, sometimes you do drink an awful lot, James.
if I hear one more word out of your mouth about how much I drink, I'll make it difficult for you to talk at all. Understand me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Well, then around noon, I got up to go to the bathroom, and when I came back, my stereo was playing. But I hadn't even turned it on. And it was playing this damned elevator music. Well, I mean, who listens to that?
Well, could your secretary have turned it on?
No, she knows not to mess with my stuff. And besides, she was at lunch. Then today, the accounting department sent up a memo that someone has been using my phone to call 900 numbers. It was damned embarrassing. Then tonight, when I went to to get into the car? Well, it wasn't where I parked it. So, of course, I thought it had been stolen and called the police. It was humiliating. I described the car, and they found it 5 minutes later on the other side of the parking lot. Well, the cop looked at me like I was some kind of an idiot.
Well, maybe there are other idiots who've done the same.
Well, how dare you call me an idiot?
I didn't think you're an idiot. Maybe it's threat. I heard on Oprah how threats...
But I didn't forget. You're the one that does that, not me. And I don't want you watching any more of that television. Those shows are filling your head full of crap. Did they say James? I wonder who on earth knows I'm here.
Are you folks ready to order?
Where's your phone?
Right around the back there by the restroom, sir.
Yes, this is James Bowen.
James!
Oh, Lane? What the hell? Where are you?
I waited, but you didn't come back. Where did you go?
You're not in it. You're not at home. You're right out there.
May I help you?
Where's my wife? My drink? You! Where's my table? My drink?
Sir, you left about an hour ago.
An hour ago? I just got to take a phone call a minute ago.
I'm sorry, sir, but you were here earlier with the woman, you had a phone call, and I didn't see you again until now. I think the woman might have left alone, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, what time is it?
9:30, sir.
Well, that's impossible.
I also have 9:30.
James Bowen. Phone call. Phone call for James Bowen.
Yes?
James, why did you hang up on me?
Elaine? What the hell? What's happening?
James, I waited for you, but you never came back. I checked the phone and everything, so I took a taxi home. Where did you go?
I didn't go anywhere. I'm still right here. What the hell?
James, are you all right to try? Do you want me to pick you up?
No, I'm fine. Coming home. I'll drive.
Hello again. Are you all right?
Fine. Look, you, I need another scotch.
Would you like to sit at the table or the bar, sir?
Bar. Bar'll be fine. Scotch. Double.
Coming right up. $4.25, please.
What?
$4.25.
Oh, right. There you go. Where did you come from?
Excuse me?
Huh? Oh, nothing. But wait. This bar. Do you know where this is?
Oh, sure. It's right across the street.
Well, this is ridiculous.
Can I get you anything else,
No.
sir?
right?
Hello? Are we going to play this game again?
Game?
Look, James, I have only known you for 2 days, and you're already starting to annoy me.
Well, for 2 days? Look, I met you one time in my life, and that's when you came to my office this morning. I need a scotch.
Sure thing.
You haven't even finished your last one.
That's mine? Scotch! This is scotch. So are you saying that this is where I've been for the last hour?
Look, James, either you're a total asshole or you're nuts. Either way, I'm not playing this game anymore. Here's your watch. Spend ring.
Wait a minute! Where did you get this watch?
Let go of me right now!
Listen, sweetheart, you're not going anywhere until you tell me why it is you think you know me and how you got my watch!
Would you please call the police?
I don't care who you call! You're gonna give me some answers!
Fine.
Now, who are you? And why do you have my watch?
You're not joking, are you? You really don't remember?
Apparently not! Just tell me how you got my watch!
Okay, let's start at the beginning. Last night, when we were talking...
Wait. We met last night?
Oh my God! Okay. Last night, I was here getting drunk because I lost my job. You came in around 12:30 and we started talking. You bought me a drink and said that you own this big greeting card company and I could come and work for you until I found something else. Then you bought us both several more drinks. Ringing any bells?
No. None.
Well then, this should really freak you out. Then we went to my place.
Oh my God!
Yeah. You
mean that we...
Yep.
Oh. Well, are you sure that it was me?
Pretty sure, yeah. You are the James Bowen who owns that big greeting card company and has that cute little birthmark down there on his,
Well, yes. Yeah, that would indeed be me.
Well, you left shortly after that and told me where to go this morning for work. You said you were having dinner across the street at Chanel's and asked me if I wanted to meet you here afterwards. I agreed and then you left. But you left your watch on my nightstand. I took it with me this morning to give it to you, but you acted like you didn't know me. I wasn't sure what to do with it. I wasn't even sure if you'd be here tonight. Well, I didn't want to sit here all night feeling like a total idiot, so I called across the street and asked for you.
Well,
You answered the phone and did that thing you keep doing about how you don't know me, and then... I don't know, it was like you changed your mind or something. You said you'd be right over. I asked you why you kept doing that, and you laughed it off and said you were just joking around. You don't even remember that?
Well, this is crazy! I mean, this is insane!
Well, you bought us both several more drinks, and then you said you had to go to the restroom, but instead you got up and walked right out the front door, and you've been gone for like 15 minutes!
So this is it? I mean, this is what it's finally come to? Stress! That must be it, stress at work! And at home, well, I've heard that too much stress can drive a man to madness. I think it was on Oprah or something. Well, this is the Twilight Zone. No, well, this is a nightmare. Well, yeah, that's it. This is a nightmare. I'm not mad. I'm just dreaming. Huh. Yeah. My wife, now she's mad.
Really?
She's an absolute nutcase.
I bet.
Well, she's in therapy.
Oh, I would be too.
She's an idiot. But I'm not an idiot. So I can't be mad. I'm just dreaming, right? Yeah, this is just a dream. I had a bit too much to drink before bed, and now I'm having this really vivid and bizarre dream. Yeah! Well, if this were real, would I be able to do this? Or this!
I'm sorry, I'm just really apologizing.
Hey, baby! Or this!
Let's just calm down.
Well, I can't believe how clever I am! Well, I mean, well, this dream is immaculate in its design, don't you think? Well, I must be the most intelligent person I know!
All right, sir, let's just calm down and have a little talk.
Let's tango, darling! Whoa! Hey! What are you doing? Let go of me! This is my dream, and I said let go of me! I'm not crazy, you know! I'm not crazy!
Who later transferred him to County Hospital for observation. She later told the judge in the divorce trial that she believed him to be suffering from paranoid and violent delusions. James had even mentioned something about a conspiracy against him, masterminded by waiters and secretaries who were trying to drive him insane. Art, this is great. But when will you be done with the last chapter?
Well, soon, I hope. I'm working on it right now.
Give it to me as soon as you can.
Does this mean you're going to publish it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's crazy. I mean, he would never actually work in real life, but it's wickedly fun reading.
I'm glad you think so. I did too.
But what about the characters? I'm dying to know what happens to them.
Me too.
Marty?
Well, you're just going to have to wait and see. I'd like to see the greeting card guy and the woman getting out of the battered relationship get together.
Well, how do you plan on doing that?
I'm not sure. It's still unfolding itself to me.
Oh, you little brat. I guess I'll just have to wait then.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. I hope there's more where this came from. We could be seeing a lot more of each other in the future.
Oh, that would be very nice. Very nice indeed.
No, Renee, not the canned goods. I can give up the map, but not the cans. Okay, maybe the corn, but not the tuna fish.
All right, Jeremiah, we'll taper you off if that's how you want it. But this weekend, the tuna, okay?
Okay.
How did it go?
Did she like it? Only enough to publish it.
Great, Mark.
But we're going to have to change James's name, I suppose. Any suggestions?
I think you should let Elaine pick that.
Oh, okay. How about Herman? Or Milton? Or George?
Anything you want, Elaine.
You know, I've got to tell you guys, I never thought this would work in like a million years.
Yeah, who knew, huh? At the risk of sounding dorky, I'd really like to thank you all. I think that you saved me from such a horrible life. I just wish that there was some way that I could repay you.
Why don't you buy us dinner at Chanel's and call it even?
Oh, okay.
What?
Tonight after, can we do it?
Sure, that sounds really
We'd
great.
really like to, but we have plans, don't we, Renee?
Yeah, we're taking Jeremiah to that place.
We're taking Jeremiah to a gay bar.
What? I did not go to a gay bar, and we did not have plans. What are you guys talking about?
Jeremiah, you
Is that tonight? I simply forgot all about that.
You two are taking Jeremiah to a gay bar? Renee, I thought
not for me. It's for Richard.
What? I mean, hey! Right, it's for me.
Oh, Richard, I'm so happy for you. I guess it's just you and me, Mark. Is that all right?
That would be just fine.
Oh my God, this is so sick.
You better be good to her. I heard the last guy that treated her badly was made to suffer for it.
Well, are we ready to go to group?
Ready.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Well, hello.
Hello, are you folks getting on?
No, I think we'll take the stairs.
Think for yourself.
Really? He's mine, Renee.
What exactly was that?
It's Dad called progress.
Most definitely.
Oh, just because I'm better looking.
You are not better looking than... Oh, my
Oh, shit. No, Amber will notice me then. See, she can't notice me right now. I'm in the background, but see, I've got Zoom.